Hi, it's me, Ingridine of P, and I'm much happier than in my last video. Um, I've met up with my INFJ best friend, and I went to an ESFP's birthday party. Um, Obviously, I'm still not feeling great because I'm uh, still dealing with medication side effects, but it feels like I reached some kind of stage of contentment. Um, that is pretty relieving and relaxing. Um, I still don't sleep, but I'm trying. Um, but it feels like the themes of the day is um, love and honesty and freedom, and these things all blend into each other. You can't have one without the other. And I think I was holding on to quite a lot of anger, which I talked about in my last video. I couldn't figure out, like, I thought that it was the medication, but like, it's like when you're drunk or when you're uh, full of hormones, things don't pop out of nowhere. Usually, you've been thinking about things for a while. Like, your emotions don't pop out of nowhere. Um, there is some truth to it. And I realized I was angry at my ISFJ friend for, as somebody who knows me very well, who has known me for over 10 years, or for 10 years exactly, um, that he thought that I might have autism, when we both know that I do not correspond to the criteria of autism. And the fact that he spurred up on me as if we were thinking the same, on the same wavelength, made me realize that he didn't, like, know me, and it made me feel a little bit disappointed and betrayed. I haven't really talked to him about this yet, but I realized that I was feeling resentment towards him, and I don't want to do that. So now I've pinpointed where the problem was. I can release all of that tension that I was keeping. Um, he tries his best. He has been here for me. Me complaining about side effects to the medications and stuff. But he isn't going to get me because there is the sensor intuitive divide. So I just gotta accept that. Um, but yes, I've also got to accept that he did hurt me, even though he did not intend to. Um, I thought that I was better understood than that, and I guess I'm still misunderstood by my best friend. So that sucks. But I also was holding on to this fear that my INFJ friend was going to leave, and he said that he's not going anywhere. Um, and I was really touched by that. Um, and I realized I need to trust my friends. Um, if I'm honest with my friends, they're honest back. If I trust my friends, they trust me back. I need to trust myself the same way that they trust themselves and then they trust me. And um, if they say that they're not going to leave, then it would be not a good act. It would be hurtful to them if I did not trust them enough to believe that they would stay. So I'm going to believe that they're going to stay unconditionally, and I'm going to try to love myself unconditionally as well. And overall, things are looking more positive in that light. So this is radical acceptance, okay? It is helping me, at least temporarily. I don't know, like at a certain point I'll have to actually take action over these things, but at least theoretically I can do some of that kind of work, some work on my perspective on things and stuff, even if I'm not ready to face like actually fulfilling any goals. I can at least try to change my perspective. So I'm not TE, I'm not using TE, I'm not using SI, I'm using just FI and NE, and that is going to be positive while I'm waiting to like become more healthy. Okay, so I'm figuring out things slowly. It really did help me to think that way. I'm working on being more honest because I've had to tell my story to my friends, and I've had to tell it to the doctor, and I've had to tell a partial story to some of my coworkers. I'm not very articulate, and it's difficult for me to like explain things without falling apart or like making no sense, because well, FI is hard to explain. Like it's not TI, it's not, it doesn't follow a logical order, but it's going forward slowly. I'm trying to say things. Also, I'm not like falling apart every time that somebody asks me a question, so that is positive. I think that the meds are kind of helping me with this. Yeah, things are going in a positive direction. I think that I was worried that my INFJ friend would was only loving me conditionally. Like I thought that maybe if I wasn't changing to the same extent that he was, or if I wasn't into self-improvement, self-development as much as he was, that we wouldn't be friends anymore. Turns out I was wrong. I think that I'm not giving myself enough credit. That's he pointed out the ways that I have changed with time. I don't see it as much, but I'm trying to see it. So I should give myself more credit for the changes that I have implemented in my life. Because I am not the same person as the one that was a few years ago. I feel like I haven't progressed a lot, but I've progressed some. And if I manage, my INFJ friend, I'm not going to talk about his whole story, but he has gone through an incredible transformation in the few years that I've known him. And it's unrealistic to think that I'm going to ever attain the amount of change that he's been through, being that I'm much more of a fixed kind of identity kind of person. And I think the INFJs are meant to overgo a huge transformation. While INFPs are a little bit more of a fixed point. But if I can even get to a tenth of the amount of transformation that he has gone through, I would be very proud of myself. And so I'm not going to strive towards like total transformation, but something, just anything, will be positive. So I mean, I might not be changing that much, but a little bit might be positive towards my general life direction. People have been telling me that, well, this town isn't really for you. My supervisor and another doctor was telling me about that. And yeah, maybe this town isn't for me, and I should maybe be living in Stockholm, which is a big town. But at the moment, the stability and the opportunities are best where I'm at right now. But maybe in the future, once I'm a little bit more stable inside and a little bit more strong, then I might be changing career, like doing some other kind of specialty that's not what I'm doing right now. At the moment, I'm staying put because I have such a good like system built around me at my workplace, and I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to squeeze out all of the good out of that place, and grab life in that way. All of the colleagues that are so helpful. My supervisor has been a lifesaver, like really, and they really care about me, and they also put my life back on track by helping me with all these practical things that I'm not good at. So they help me with like tips on like food that I can make, and fixing up my house, and all of these SJ things, driving, all of that, giving me activities to go to, all of that. So I kind of have a structure in my life that I want to keep. So I'll keep it as long as I can. And then at a certain point, my supervisor believes that at a certain point, I will get to some kind of realization of what I like and do what I actually want to do. And she realizes that it's not really working at the workplace I'm at now. But that will come later. What I'm doing now is I'm staying put, so I'm taking my time to heal. I was annoyed a little bit about like how my INFJ friend is a little bit cryptic in the way that he says things at times. He doesn't, it's not that he wants to be cryptic, it's just that sometimes it's hard to understand. And I was confused, but it took me like a week to like figure it out. And now I think that I'm on the same page. So that's all positive. So that's all about my update. I do think that I'm making a lot of realizations about, like, well, also my family, what unconditional love truly is, because I haven't been telling them anything about my current situation. I've been kind of avoiding discussing this with them, but I think it's for the best so that I can like achieve a sense of the independence from them. I am pretty dependent on them emotionally, and so I think that it's actually good for me that I'm taking this distance. I do have a connection with my brother, and that's something new that I think I should seize the opportunity. and I also have such great friends, so I'm really grateful for them. So yeah, I've been making a lot of discoveries about love, about like being honest, and what true freedom really is. I'm still waiting for the psychologist time. This is like an ongoing journey of me doing self-therapy, but I hope that I'll get the time soon. Yeah, so that's all I had to say today. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.